Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully everything goes well this year. Today I want to bring you a 2023 Freightliner M2 106 Summit Hauler conversion. We're going to go over some of those features, guys. I know you guys have a lot of questions about this unit, so we're going to go over those. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, we do offer financing, delivery, and of course we do take trade-ins as well. So if you guys are interested in any of our units, we do have a couple colors coming in. We got a few whites on our lot that will have that end new year discounts on there as well. So feel free to reach out and I'll tell you guys what that is all about. But in the meantime, let's take a quick look around this unit. And as you guys can see, it is a white exterior with the tan interior, but we'll go over that we'll go over the interior once we get inside. But I want to point out some of the things we do on our Summit haulers. Again, those come standard with Michelin tires. Those are 255/80 R22.5s. But something that we do when the vehicle comes here, we put those nut covers over here and those center caps. But we also add a tire balancer on here, and this is the auto balancers. We put that on every single Summit hauler that comes into our Fredrick location. And right behind that, because the batteries are located in the back underneath the back seat, we do have our positive and negative studs, as you guys can see right here. Positive and negative studs, so if in case you need to jump or need to be jumped, you'll have direct studs right here. And underneath the hood, what you guys are looking at right now is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is a L9. Also partnered with the Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. This unit produces 360 horsepower and about 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. So a shift in horsepower and torque came in at about end of 2001 into 22. Of course, with the hood, you do have that soft close hood. Very easy. One thing I like about it is the protection if in case you are working in a windy condition and that wind decides to push that towards you while you're working in there. It does have that soft close, so it would allow you to move out of the way or stop it before it slams on you. So that soft close does come in very handy. We do have the Summit Hauler grill designed by the C9 company. It is a three-piece grill, and I love the three-piece. I hate not seeing a grill in the middle over here, but having that three-piece grill just gives that clean look in the front. Of course, it does have that three-piece bumper, and it is a breakaway bumper, so if in case you hit something while driving, this will not puncture the tires. It will actually pass the tires and head to the back. But again, if you damage any part of that bumper, you can replace that particular part, so you don't have to replace the whole thing. Tow hooks down here. The new thing that came out in end of 21 to 22 was the LED headlamps, and I love that very much because it does give that clean look at night. It's not hard to see as well. Breakaway mirrors, and those come in very handy as well. We're gonna go from this side. If in case you're driving in a tight spot and you hit something or a branch or a tree, it just closes on you. You come out, put that back in place. Comes in very handy. Lights throughout this truck, as you guys can see, all that chrome with those lights. Those are all LED lights. Brighten up that truck while driving. We do have two 50-gallon tanks on this one. This is a 50-gallon on the passenger side and a 50-gallon on the driver's side, with a 6-gallon depth tank on the driver's side as well. One thing to mention, whenever you're filling, if people need to, your passengers need to come out of the vehicle, allow them to come out first, because once this door is open, it will be a little hard to open up some of those doors. It will have contact with that door right here, so that's something to be aware of. So before filling up, if your passengers need to come out while filling up, allow them to come out first, or allow them to come out after you fill up, so you don't damage the door for the fuel, or the door on the main door on the cab. Okay, once we open up the back seat here, you guys can see it does have that bench seat that turns into a bed. The controls will be behind the driver, on the back door behind the driver, and it will give you that fold all the way down to become a bed. When it comes to charging, we got a couple USB and 110 plugins in the center here. And let's talk about the bed a little bit. On our wheelbase on our Summit haulers, those are 197 wheelbase, and on the competition you'll get a 187, so we're 10 inches longer. Our bed is estimated to be around 10 feet 4 inches or so. So you do have lots of bed space. Storage in here, those storage boxes are lockable. Another smaller storage box in the back. And again, all those are lockable. Dual tires in the back with that auto balancers in the middle. When we come around, this one is set up with a gooseneck ball. So it does have that BMW turnover ball hitch. This is the release here to release that ball. And that locks it back in place. Again, you do have your 7-pin hookup here. This is for your Voyager camera system. So if you want to add more cameras to your trailer, you have that option here. 2-inch bumper pull hitch. This is rated around 15,000 pounds. And again, you do have those tie down straps here. These are adjustable to be able to tie down stuff on there. Above your headache rack, you do have your Voyager camera that gives you that back view of your trailer and the bed of the truck. And of course, next to that, LED headlamps. Those center lights are reverse lights. You got 2 white ones on top, 2 white ones at the bottom. Those will activate on a switch inside and when you put this vehicle in reverse. There is a light test button in there. Once you turn that on to test all your lights, those 4 lights will not activate on that light test button. So the only way you could check that is if you put that optional switch on or you put that vehicle in reverse. So right now I just want to show you a couple things before we head inside. This black area right here, or this opening right here, or that switch, this is for your battery conditioner, so you could charge your batteries. And on that silver part in front here is for your engine block heater. So on cold days like this, you plug this in and it helps you with your engine block heater. And underneath here, that's why I showed you the 50-gallon tank and that 6-gallon def tank. Again, remember those doors will make contact with the other doors, so once you fill it up, just remember, do not open those doors. And one more thing, over on this side, you do have an air chuck line and an air hose that will allow you to add air to your tires or your trailers, whatever you will need air with, you have that air compressor in here. So let's jump inside and kind of show you the interior feature. Excuse me. And once we get inside, guys, you guys can see how the tan interior looks. We do have that brown bro design in here. We're gonna start up top. We do have our Voyager camera system. This is a separate system from your Stinger stereo. We put all cameras on this to have a separate system so you don't have to put it in reverse to see what's going on in the back. You could then add an additional 3 cameras to this unit, so a total of 4 cameras could go in there with this button right here. After the power button, once you press that, it will toggle through the different ones and give you that single view. So in case you put a backup camera, if you put a camera on your trailer, you can see that. Inside your trailer, you can see that as well. So that's camera 3, camera 4. Once you do the individual cameras, once you press it again, it will start splitting those cameras. So 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is always your main camera, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it will go back to your default camera. Above here, you got storage over here. Underneath here, you have your regular light and your red lights for nighttime driving. Coming down here, let's talk about your visors. You got your visors up here. On the driver's visor, you have a few information on here. This will give you all the information on the truck itself. And over here, important information about your depth gauge and what to look for once you see those signs. So that's a good, excuse me. That's a good thing to look for. So again, once you see those signs come up here, you know what those signs mean on the dash. And again, when it comes to your depth refill, over here down below your fuel levels, you will see 4 green squares. Once those squares go down to about 2 or 1, I always tell people, once you see it goes down to 2 and you head into the fuel station to fuel, or you have a couple jugs of DEF fluid in there, just fill it up. I never wanted to pass 1. It's just something to be careful with. It's like driving your car and you never wanted to pass half tank just to be safe, but it's a good habit to have. But again, if you see red, this information right here will let you know what to look forward to. So never make it red. Keep it on the green. Once you reach in a fuel station, top up your DEF fluid and you'll be fine. Coming down here, you do have your engine brake. It does have 2 switches. The first one will turn it on. Not every single Freightliner will have 2 switches. Some will have 1, and it will just be that engine brake switch. And some will actually come with 2. So this one will turn on, and then you have the high and low setting. And then, of course, you got your off. Above here, you got your cruise control. You got your switch to turn it on. You got set. You got accelerate. You guys could actually hear that accelerating right now. Cancel, and then shut off. Marker light. You got your manual region button. You got your traction control. Those 4 windows here. 2 for the front, and then 2 in the back. Over here, you have your red differential lock. You got your hidden mirrors, your red dump switch, your light test button. That's the button I was telling you guys about. Once you're testing all your lights on your trailer and your truck, you can switch that on. It will cut off all power inside the vehicle. Your stereo will go off, your AC will go down, and that will give you a countdown. Once they give you that final countdown, it will buzz for about 2 or 3 seconds. Then all your lights will be flashing outside. Once you're done, you're gonna come back in here. You're gonna turn that off. Your stereo will come back on. If you have your AC or heat running, that will come back on as well. So if in case you do press that and you hear that feature activate and your stereo goes off, don't be alarmed. That's just part of the system. Your up switch button on this particular truck up here will turn on those 4 lights I showed you guys earlier in the back. 2 on top and 2 in the middle in the back bumper. Those will turn on those 4 lights here. So if in case you need lighting to work on your trailer at night, or you're backing into your trailer, those lights will turn on. They are super bright as well. Your air brake for your parking brake, your air brake for your air supply for your trailer if you do have a trailer. That air brake system is pre-plumbed, so all we have to do is connect those glide hands onto the truck, and then you're already set up for air brakes for trailer. Your red and blue switch here, this blue will turn on cold air in the rear of this truck, the back seat. The red will turn on heat, and right here is your fan levels. You have a high, medium, and low. High, medium, and low. And then if you put this in the center, it will turn off that AC or heat going in the back of that truck. You got 4 USB plugins for your phone. These are only for charging. Excuse me. And down here, you have your switch here, or your USB and HDMI. Those are both auxiliaries to the stereo. The USB will give you Apple and Android capability on your screen. And on the top is a HDMI, and it also, if you want to plug in like a PlayStation or something, DVD player, you could go through that HDMI, and you do have that input in here, so it will show up on your screen. So if in case you are on the road having some fun and you want to bring something with you, the PlayStation or DVD player, that will work on that screen. Over here is your radar trailer brake system. Nice small system, very easy to use. Right next to that, there's a black knob. This is your subwoofer knob. There is a subwoofer underneath the back seat, and that's the gain for that subwoofer. This is your in-cab AC and heat. You got cup holders up front and in the back. And opening up this little storage compartment with an LED light gives you a nice little storage area over here. For safety, we do have a fire extinguisher in here. I've seen some people put some in their rear storage as well if needed. When it comes to the steering wheel, to adjust it, we have a third pedal in the middle that will adjust it in and out, up and down. And then you got your brake, you got your gas pedal. Your key input is on the left hand side of the driver. And above that is your light switches as well. And as we move up top, we got a nice little glass mirror-like feature up here. We got reading lights in the middle. We got mood lights, so at night, if you want to drive with this on, it's really cool to have on at night. You can turn those off. This here is a little blue light that turns on, this little blue light up here. That kind of give you a little ambience at night as well. So nothing too big, but it does have that little feature on here. This unit is on the market and it's available. The stock number will be at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions about this unit. Like I said, it is available. You do have the air ride front seats. You do have heated and lumbar system on this. On the back seat, you do have that folding feature to turn into a bed. And again, it is DOT certified for a sleeper. Apart from that, this unit only has 664 miles. You will find some units with about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 miles. Those units, you know, are one of the better units. You know, even though it has more mileage, they are brand new units. Some of those have been tested, so that's why they have more mileage on some and less mileage on others. But warranty starts the day you purchase the unit, so you don't have to worry about warranty. It is on the 106s is 2 years, bumper to bumper, and then you have 5 years on the transmission. You also have 3-year 36 on the conversion. So we got some really cool warranties. There are Freightliner dealerships all over the US, so you don't have to worry about bringing this in anywhere in the United States. So if you guys have any more questions about this unit, feel free to reach out. My name is Marlon Bledman. My number is at the bottom of the screen. Email, text, call, and I'll definitely answer those questions for you. In the meantime, have a great 2024, and I will see you guys back here for another video as the days go by. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon.